Doctor. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to The Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time.
Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. I am so excited because we are here with two more representatives from Every Girl Wins. And yes, you see a man in the house today, Mr. Simon Yagu. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, you're correct, Dr. Kim. I'm good to see you, good to hear you. You're looking great.
Glad to have a male on today's platform as well. And we have with us Dr. Ibare Weze, right? Am I saying it right? Weze?
Yes, you did. Good to see you. Good to be on the show.
I am so honored to have both of you on today. Listen, we're talking again about Every Girl Wins, and that's going to be the discussion today. And we have representatives today that are talking about how important it is for every girl to win in Finland, in Denmark, in Sweden. These are going to be some of the areas that we're covering today, as well as in northern Nigeria. So we are so excited. No, is it in northern? Where are we going?
Correct. You are correct.
Okay, northern Nigeria. And so we are so excited today because we've already had several representatives come on, and they've been sharing about their countries and things that's been going on regarding the girl child. And Dr. Christine Kozachuk is the spearheader behind this entire project. And I'll pop her picture up for a second so you can know who's the visionary behind this entire initiative of Every Girl Wins. Dr. Christine Kozachuk, we salute you today and we honor you and we thank God that he gave you this initiative to be able to, as you had this artist do, Every Girl Wins. All of these circles are representing countries that you want to be covered in this initiative. And so I'm so excited to have you all here today. We're going to have a great time, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to have a great time. I'm excited also to be on the show.
Well, grateful. So are we. As you grab your virtual seats, everyone, go ahead and share the broadcast. Let people know that we're talking with these two representatives today, and we're going to have a great show lined up for you. We'll be right back after this commercial break so I can give you a formal introduction and kick this show off. Okay, we'll be right back.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
All right. So as we get started here, we're going to go ahead and introduce our very first guest, which is Dr. Ibare Weze. I like to say it right, so I'm not
okay.
I'm not going to mispronounce this. I really hate when people mispronounce names, so that's why I'm doing a slower job to make sure I say it. But it's Dr. Ibare Weze, right?
Yes, Wednesday.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to pull you back in. All right. So Dr. Ibare Weze is the academic advisor and Scandinavian representative for Every Girl Wins. She's a gender, relationship, and literacy expert who is passionate about mentoring women, girls, and other underprivileged people in the society. Ibare is an inspirational preacher and a seasoned conference speaker, a workshop organizer, a teacher and mentor, and she continues to do this even in and from Sweden. She offers mentoring and counseling services to mostly women and girls in the immigrant communities in Sweden. And she also offers free English language assistance to women who need to acquire the prerequisite English language levels to pursue their further education in Sweden. Wow. She's been a recipient herself of Every Girl Wins. And so I'm looking forward to hearing about your journey with that. And she also co-hosts a popular musical talk show, Gospel Songs Now and Then, GSTN. Ibarra is a board member of Reading Edge Africa, a United Kingdom-based literacy NGO that facilitates literacy skills to children in Africa and the Middle East. And she also holds a PhD as well. So there are a lot more things to Ibarra, but I want to make sure that I introduce her and welcome her here to the Kim Jacobs Show. Glad to have you, Ibarra.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, Kim. It's a pleasure to be with you this evening. It's also a pleasure to be part of the people championing the cause of girls and women, not just in Sweden and Denmark and Finland, but all over the world. I'm originally from Nigeria, actually from the southern part of Nigeria. So Nigeria is well represented today. And it's been my lifelong journey in education. From every training I have had has been in education, literature, gender studies, and I worked in Nigeria for quite some time. Then I moved to Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates, where, of course, most people will remember Dubai before they remember the name of the country. So I was teaching there for 4 years before I moved to Sweden to join family. And in Sweden, I came into Sweden, and my husband is a pastor. So I came into a community of people who actually needed spiritual, emotional, psychological, educational mentorship. Wow. So we work together, but mostly with the immigrant community here. If you know a little bit about the Scandinavian countries, they are considered the countries that have the highest equality levels for women.
Yes.
Women and girls are so important within the countries here, and I give them that. So there's a lot that is done to be able to uplift women and girls. So one would wonder why someone would be talking about equity for women and girls in a country or in countries within the Scandinavia.
Right.
But having policies is one thing, and implementing them is another. And then we have the societies here are becoming more diverse. And we have a lot of immigrants here, and they need people to be able to represent them. So because we pastor a church, an international church, mostly of made up of immigrants, we encounter many problems, especially within the women and the girls who have moved from their homelands to this place. So we try as much as possible to provide emotional support, spiritual support, mentorship support, and all of that to a lot of these women. And as we go on in the show, maybe I will say a lot of things that are very specific with the things we do, and also the place that I work within the system here.
I'm excited to have you on. And like you said, I did some research as well. And in seeing some of the different articles that are out here, I know according to usnews.com, the best countries for women to live in, and these are the top 5 countries. It says Northern European countries often rank among the happiest countries on earth, being praised for their array of free public services and social inclusion. And so amongst those, they researched, and I'm going to put this article here for everyone, but there were 8,048 women who filled out the surveys in the 2021 best countries ranking. And here are the top 5 countries that came out. Sweden, Denmark was number 2. So Sweden was number 1. Let me just show you guys, because I'm a visual person. I really like showing stuff. It makes it much easier for me. Okay, I'm going to show you guys this article. I think this is amazing. Okay, so here's the article, and it's best countries for women, the top 5 countries. I'll put this actual article here for you as well. But it's saying the top 5 are: 1 is Sweden, and number 2 is Denmark.
Yes.
Number 3 was Norway.
Yes.
Then it goes on to number 4 being Canada. Number 5 is the Netherlands. And number 6 is Finland. So, wow, you are like representing pretty much everywhere that people are the happiest in the world. This is unbelievable. How do you feel about representing such a happy space of women, as you now are here representing Every Girl Wins, and you can see from Nigeria, all these different places, that everybody's not treated equal like this. But in your area, you can boast about it. What do you feel about that?
Yes, it's very exciting actually to represent a place where women and girls are prioritized, but we still look beyond the surface, and we see that there's still some women who are not being treated equally, or some women who are trying to find their places within the society. We, just like I told you, recently we have had a lot of diversity, a lot of influx of migrants coming from the Middle East, coming from Africa. Some of them are people displaced by war, natural disasters and conflicts, and they are welcome in Sweden. Sweden is very good at welcoming people. So when a lot of those people relocate here, especially the women and the children, they have a lot of trauma. And there are systems within the society to deal with this. But of course, most of those people are not able to access those systems, those amenities, because they have a problem with the language. We speak Swedish, and people come here and they don't know the language, so they don't know how to find the information to be able to do so much. And we stand in the gap trying to direct people on where to find information, where to find the services, and all of that. So we are here kind of as a bridge between the local Swedish society and the people who are arriving into Sweden, to be able to find their way, to be able to integrate within the society, to be able to not be marginalized in the society. So we do all of that. And there are also services that when people move from one culture to the other, it's difficult. They have this kind of culture shock, because just like we already saw in the statistics, Sweden has a lot of respect for women and for girls. So if you moved into this culture, it's a no-go area to be violent against women. So we see that a lot of people that move from other cultures where these things are accepted, violence against women are accepted, get into a lot of trouble when they move here, because they don't understand that the society we are in, you can't do this, you can't do that. So we try to provide the education for a lot of them. And a lot of the women also who move here don't know how to navigate their ways. They don't know how to say anything that is happening around them. So we also educate them in what is now acceptable within the society, the rights and the privileges they have within the Swedish society where they have moved to. So we do all of these.
That's interesting. What advice would you give? And Simon, feel free, you can chime in too. I'm going to give a formal introduction of you as well. But if you want to chime in on any part of it, let me know, and I'll just unmute your mic. I hear a lot of background noise over there. That's the only reason I have it muted. But
I would want you to continue with Dr. Eferi. She has done a lot of great work, and there is something about this noise you are hearing around, and I would like to just give me some time, and then the noise will go off. It's a pleasure meeting you, Dr. Kim, and having you for the first time, talking with you. I've watched your programs and especially the one you had with Dr. Christine this week, I think last week or this week. It was so exciting and awesome. It's a pleasure meeting Dr. Iberry and talking with her on this very show. It's a great pair. I don't know how you managed to pair us together. I want to thank God for that from different parts of the world, and we have to be together. It's a pleasure having you around, and I believe that we will get it more excited as we move on. I would like to say that you continue with Dr. Iberry on the things she's doing. Let her exhaust them, because there is a background noise that is coming out from the church, and I will want to make sure that they go out a little bit down, far from us. So it will be all right in a short while.
Well, this is awesome. I hear the spirit of the Lord just permeating through the background of the building.
So it's just guiding us. The spirit of the Lord is guiding us here.
So if there has to be a noise that's made, let me mute you for a second, but if there has to be a noise that's made, we want it to be a joyful noise. So thank you for bringing in festive environment here on the Kim Jacobs Show. I do want to formally introduce everyone to Simon here and let you all know more about him. Reverend Simon Amos, and I want to say your last name, Yangu, if I'm not, am I correct? Let me just see you shake your head. Yangu? Yes. Okay. Dr. Reverend Simon Amos Yagu is currently a district presbyter in Church of God Mission International, Owerri, Nigeria. He has a Bachelor of Arts in Theology, postgraduate degree, diploma in journalism, and a Master of Theology, all obtained from reputable institutions, learning in and outside of Nigeria. He was, as a child, born into a very poor background. We're going to learn more about his story. And when he received the call to full-time ministry, I'm going to let him tell you what happened and what miraculous things occurred there, because there are some things and some people that have impacted his life that have really made a difference in his life. In many of these remote villages that he has been a part of and where he's been sent, girls and women are disadvantaged, and educationally and vocationally. So Reverend Amos, even as an unmarried young pastor, recognized the need to uplift women and help them by mentoring these girls and these indigent women that have needs to engage in education and vocational studies. I am so honored to have with us today Dr. Reverend Simon Amos here on the Kim Jacobs Show. So glad to have you, and let's put your joyful noise back on. Go.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kim. Thank you very much. You are really trying real good to pronounce some of these are native names. Thank you very much. God bless you. It's a pleasure to have you, and I'm so excited to see you and to be part of the show.
Now, you say as a young pastor, you had the opportunity. It's a couple of things that I read in your bio that I really would like for you to talk about for a second. When you were called to ministry, tell us about that, how that happened and what miraculous thing occurred for you.
Yeah, the call of God upon my life came at a tender age. And just like you have read about some of the countries that are happy and their women are under, a platform where they can, be happy and live well and have other things surrounding them. Correct. The story is different in Nigeria, and more so in the northern part of Nigeria where I came from. Women are not happy at all. Women are not treated well naturally as a result of cultural background and religious inclinations. And so we are faced with that kind of challenge where I came from. And I received a call to full-time ministry, starting from my own personal story. I was born in the family where I appear to be the only male child apart from my father. So what I mean by that, my siblings, both elders and younger ones, are ladies. Then my father married 4 women. Naturally, in our religion, the former religion where all of us belong, that is Islam, Of course, you know, Islam dominated the northern part of Nigeria. So it is allowed that you marry more than one, that you can marry up to 4 wives and beyond,
I don't
depending
think
on your
that's only
capacity.
limited to Nigeria. I think it's here in the United States too, but they just don't want to formalize it because people. I'm like, you might as well be married to everybody. You're saying everybody your boo. Okay, that's a whole
So that,
different topic. Go ahead.
yeah, there's no problem. That's exactly what we grew up to find ourselves in that culture. So I'm trying to actually give you my background and how the call
It's
somebody
just
calling
freezing
you,
a
but
little
it's
bit.
like a natural call.
Okay.
That is exactly what is happening around me. So you could imagine me taking care of my mother among the 3 wives, and then coming to take care of my own siblings. I have elder sisters, and I still have younger sisters. And don't forget that we are coming from a background of very low, you know, self-esteem, especially for the girl's child. And of
Right.
course, this is a very sensitive issue that just happened to be something I never knew it was a call. I was only being myself, trying to see what I can do as my responsibility. What do I mean by that? My
Yeah.
responsibility naturally is to take care of my mother, take care of my siblings, and take care of myself. So I started this issue of taking care of the girl child as a simple responsibility.
That
I
just
didn't know that
started in
God
your
would be
home. It just started in
started
your
in my
family unit.
that's it, Dr. Kim. It just started as just a family responsibility. And before I knew it, it became a full-blown ministry. And I was called into the ministry of pastoring, and Church of God Mission happens to give me a scholarship to go into the Bible school. It was then the Archbishop uh, Professor Benson Idahosa of sweet memory that appears very, very open to give me a scholarship to study theology in his institution in Benin City, Nigeria. And I cannot take it for granted. I only wrote a letter and posted in the postal office of Nigeria. And I received a reply from Professor Benson Idahosa that he will have to give me a scholarship from the northern part of Nigeria. That's how I started training myself. And the Lord God, in His infinite mercy, saw me through my diploma studies, saw me through my BA studies. And of course, right now we're talking about I've finished my master's in theology, went to do my
Wow.
PGD program in journalism, and I am right now a lecturer in the school where I actually got my BA. So I want to thank God for the opportunity. So the training, just like you gave me the opportunity to talk about my background, it's the care for ladies and women around the world, just like you actually paraphrase it, started in my home and it continuing in my home and grew to a full-blown ministry. And in Church of God Mission, I pastor several churches and have been a leader of the work of several women in every state I have been posted. I take the issue of the care of the girl child, young women, and widows very, very seriously. I organize programs for them, and those that we can assist to give them literally that's live literacy education. We do that. Those that we need to give them adult education, we have people that have assisted us in doing that. And to be very candid of you, I want to let you know that was how I was saying that it was a divine pairing for me and Dr. E. Berry to be on this show tonight because Dr. E. Berry have been a very, very resource person in most of the areas we covered in Nigeria. She will come and do all that she can do, assist the women, those that require, you know, language study courses and stuff like that. We cannot name what she has done. We only want to appreciate the efforts that God has allowed her to do during her time. I want to thank you very much for that. It's a
Wow.
very wonderful time, and I know that as we go in, there are issues that will be of great benefit to our viewers wherever they
Yeah.
are around the world.
Absolutely. And you know what? In talking about the situation, just like we talked about in the Scandinavian areas, how you all are top 5 in the world and the happiest places for women. According to, let me go here and share some of this statistical information too, because in northern Nigeria, it's a very different outcome, very different situation.
Yes.
And so let's look according to UNICEF for every child in Nigeria, and it talks about the situation of women and children. I'll put this article in the comment section for everybody. But basically, it's saying that according to this data in Nigeria, the country of the young, with almost half of the entire 180 million strong population, it's a lot of folk, a whole lot of people.
A whole lot
46%,
of black,
huh?
the greatest black nation in the world, the
And
highest
I mean,
black.
that's a folk. Okay. Okay. So currently, so anyway, I want to go down to some statistics. You can go back and read the whole article yourself. But Nigeria's 40 million women of childbearing ages 15 to 49 suffer a disproportionately high level of health issues surrounding birth. While the country represents 2.4% of the world's population, it currently contributes 10% of the global deaths for pregnant mothers. These are some staggering statistics here. And each year, approximately 262,000 babies die at birth, the world's second highest national total. Infant mortality, so it goes on and on and on. I'm not going to go through all of it, but this is something that I am so grateful that God even allowed you to have the passion and compassion in your heart for women. And I think it stemmed, like you said, from your dad's wife, your mother, your official mother, and your siblings, which happen to also be girl children as well. So I'm going to put this article there for you guys to review it in the commentary. But I am thoroughly impressed by your calling, especially as a man being on this program. What made you ultimately say that I want to actually, I want to be the representative of Northern Nigeria? There are so many, obviously a gazillion women out there that could have represented, but you're the representative. When we come back after this commercial break, I want to hear that. And afterwards, I also want to hear you, Dr. Eberry, talk about your show, because you have a show that you kind of co-host over there. And I want to hear more about that as well when we come back right after this commercial break. Okay?
Okay.
It's not just another day. It's a brand new day, full of all the fun, love, and laughter you and your family create. Silver Shield Security understands feeling at home means feeling safe and happy. No credit checks, no contracts. We offer payment arrangements, and we'll even give you a free door camera. Find out how we can brighten your day even more at silvershield-security.com. Silver Shield Security.
And we are back. We're talking with two representatives that are representing Every Girl Wins. And Every Girl Wins, according to Dr. Christine Kozachuk, on this actual March 13th, they're going to be representing and giving out awards to approximately 90 individuals. Some are men, some are women. And the group that you can go and join and like is Every Girl Wins Facebook page. March 13th at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be in your seats, because you're going to see so many people from around the world be honored as they give out Every Girl Wins awards. You don't want to miss that. All right, talk to us, Simon, Reverend Simon.
Yeah, good to come back. And I'd like to say something about my nomination to be the African representative, and especially Nigeria, and at the same time, Northern Nigeria. Now, my story is already told, and that's exactly the bottom line. And then the second matter there is that God is involved. And whatever God is involved, you can't explain. I did not know Dr. Christine before now. Actually, I come to know her through Dr. Eberry, because I have a connection, a kind of a covenant connection with Dr. Eberry. And she connected me to Dr. Christine, now Professor Kozachuk. And that's exactly what I'm telling you. It's simply God's hand in getting me connected to Every Girl Win Institute. And the first day I talked with Dr. Christine, it was something else. I just got connected supernaturally. She was, by that very year, she was talking about, raise her up, or her right. That was actually the day we met. That year's theme was her right. And whatever she wants to raise and talk about life literacy issues, and she was asking questions, I saw her asking me questions on things that I have been doing since I was a child. So I saw divine connectivity. And of course, like I mentioned, when God is involved in a divine connection, there is no explanation that could be best given. And that's exactly what I want to say. So when I got connected, and to be a representative was simply like drinking water, because this is what I've been doing. So it was not a big thing for me.
You're
that
such
was why,
a joy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like drinking water, because this is what I've been doing all my life, and I am doing it right now, and I'll continue to do it. So it's like getting a kind of connected to the right source and to the right, people. Dr. Christine and Dr. Iberi, they are, and all her team, they are very wonderful people. And I find myself, now, don't forget that I am alone in the family as a man.
I was going to say, I think I heard that loud and clear. You are surrounded by lots and lots of women.
Of women. So I am not afraid to be among women wherever in the whole world, simply because I have learned that in my home, and then gradually God has been connecting me to very great resourceful women that got connected to my story, and then they feel that what I'm doing should be maybe amplified. And that's exactly what is going on right now. See me now, Dr. Kim, connected to you, and that is God. I don't know how it came about. I wasn't supposed to be in the show. But God,
I know, we had a whole different person on today, and they said, no, we're going to bring you on as a representative.
God is God, and I just want to say that it's God. And that's why you can hear the background sound in the church, because this very time is not a good time for me to actually be on this show. But I have to go into the office, and my office is not a studio, and that's why the noise at the background, because church is going on in
there. We don't care. Whatever show you want. The glory of God is coming through these airways.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. The message is going on right now. They didn't even try
to cut it down. They were like, no, they went in.
No problem. Yeah, that's it. So it wasn't like there wasn't any special interview, special application to be a representative. I just saw God in Every Girl Wins Institute. Did you hear what I said? I saw God. I saw it as an ultimate place to be, a place to belong, a place to exercise in a larger scale what we have been doing in a kind of remotely in our various local setting. So I find that place as a kind of a platform for us to actually move what we're doing forward. So I want to appreciate Dr. Christine Kazachok with the platform, and I want to thank you, Dr. Kim, also, and not forgetting Dr. Iberi, who is my live connector. I don't know how to say it, but you are there. Shout out to you. God bless you.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm in church over here, so I'm like, yes, preach, pastor, preach.
Whatever you want to say, you can go. I'm not preaching actually. I'm just trying to tell you what.
Just smiling the whole time, and it just makes joy come through the airways. I feel like technically like I'm sitting right beside you. Okay.
Yeah, the last time, Dr. Christine also in her program. Now, she told me last month, actually, she hosted a program virtually, and I was there. And she was telling me that that congratulations, that I am the first male in her program. I told her that, look, I am first in everything, almost everything that has to do with where women are. So it's a privilege and an honor. I want to thank you, Dr. Kim. God bless you. Let's move on with the show.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you for your permission to do that. I appreciate it. You can tell you
Thank
used
you
to being
very
in
much.
charge over there, right? Okay, so listen, I also want to let you all know that the Kim Jacobs Show is going to be airing in over 200 million households on Believing Your Dreams Network. So that's
Wow.
something that's going to be coming down the pike really
Wow.
soon. I'm very excited about it. And I'm also going to put on here
Wow.
too that we are currently streaming on CTR Media Network, and you can find us right now, and that's in over 300 million households. It's a lot happening with the Kim Jacobs Show. So
Glory to
whatever
God.
platform, thank you. We receive it in Jesus' name. We
It
receive
will
it.
Amen.
so be done in Jesus' name.
In Jesus'
Amen.
name, we receive it. And I'm going to say that in Jesus' name on this show. Okay. On the Kim
There
Jacobs
is no,
Show
there
is
is
in,
on the King James show in Jesus' name is allowed.
yes. Yes.
Carry good.
On the Kim Jacobs Show in Jesus' name is
Yeah.
allowed. Yes.
Yeah.
And so make sure you all check it out. I'll put both of those links in there for you as well. Dr. Iberi, I would like for you to tell us why you are representing this beautiful, happy Scandinavian countries that you're representing here on Every Girl Wins, and then talk to us about your talk show as well.
Well, we want people to keep being happy, and we want also to take along those who are not happy and to make sure that everybody is happy. And I already mentioned that I am a kind of bridge between the here and also Nigeria. And I come from southern Nigeria, and I know that Nigeria is so vast, and there are several issues within Nigeria. So when we needed someone to represent Nigeria, I said, well, I think we should also get somebody from the northern at Nigeria. And I felt that I could work with Pastor Amos because I have known him. I've seen so much that he has done. And apart from the fact that he has sisters, he only has daughters. So even in his home, he's surrounded by women, actually.
Oh my God.
So we used to tease him, and when I was in Nigeria, we used to tease him. We say, you can't help but being around women because you don't have a choice. And it's been a pleasure working with him and being here in Sweden. Just like I mentioned, I also work with a lot of different organizations, and one of them is Reading Edge Africa. Actually, we provide literacy, we provide education, we provide vocational studies. So if people want to support our work, they should just go to the website of Reading Edge Africa, and then they can make donations.
What is that site called again?
It's Reading Edge Africa.
Reading
Edge
AGE?
Africa. Edge Africa. Yeah. So you
.com?
can put it, yes. Just Google it and you would get into the site of the organization. So we give a lot of vocational training to widows, to young children, beginners, education, and all of that. So I partner with them. I sit on the board of that organization. And through that organization, we do a lot of training, mentorship, for women. And coming here in Sweden, just like I mentioned, a lot of these things are happening underground. When I had a discussion of focus discussion, you find out that a lot of women, a lot of girls are still being abused. Even though the statistics say that women are happy, women are very laughing and everything, you still go underground within the immigrant community. You still have domestic violence. You still have issues of child marriages, but it doesn't happen in Sweden. Those people go out of Sweden and probably get those married before they turn 18. So a lot of those things are still happening, and people need counseling to be able to overcome that. And then you have a lot of people who have traumas also when they come here. So you need to listen to their stories, because no matter how much the society provides, the government provides, if people are not mentally, spiritually, psychologically balanced whole, they cannot access any of those helps. So it's not just economy. People can be able to have things economically, but you need to be whole. You need to be healthy in the mind, in the heart, in the spirit also, to be able to assess a lot of these things. So we make those provisions. And right now, I also work with an organization called OPAD. It's here in Sweden. Is an organization for,
How do you spell that?
yeah, is OPAD, is the is Organization for Poverty Alleviation and Development.
Like
And
OPAD?
yes, OPAD.
Okay.
Yeah. And within that program, we also have what is called integration of migrants within Sweden. So we go to conferences involving about 17 nations in Europe to see how migrants can be integrated. We have conferences every month. Last month, we went to Malta and to speak in the parliaments to be able to help to make decisions that will be favorable to immigration and or continue to be favorable to people who are moving into Sweden. So this month we'll have that conference in Poland. We will also go for the conference. So it's like having a voice within the minority group of migrants that are in Sweden. So we do all of that, yeah, within the system. But most importantly, I have been in education, of course, and I read a lot of stories. I read a lot of stories of women. I also write stories myself. And I know that when people are exposed to people that have stories like them, that those people actually get some healing. So we do all of that, have focus group, have listen to people, try to talk to them, try to connect them to people that have overcome such trauma so that they know and they have the confidence and the boldness that they are able to overcome all of that. So we do all of that. And of course, the gospel program is my husband is a gospel musician and he is a pastor. And of course, we know that music actually does a lot of healing in people's lives.
Yes.
So I co-host a program called Gospel Songs Then and Now. So
is this the husband you're talking about?
You
see how giddy you got? You see how giddy you got when I done found that picture? Look at that. You're like,
oh my God, you are amazing. Yeah.
I didn't even know you could smile that hard over there, Dr. Ibera. I did not know that. Look at that.
Oh my God. You're truly amazing. I can thank you so much. So we have that program, and we have it live on Facebook Mondays and Fridays, and we have songs and then different artists. We interview people, gospel musicians, and we play their songs, and we talk about how people could get relief, how people could get their miracles by just listening to psalms based on what the Bible says, that we should sing psalms and comfort and stay together singing psalms and hymns to each other. So we have that program.
So you're taking it back old school. You're taking it back to some old hymnals.
Yeah. So and also contemporary music. It's not just old school. We also highlight a new artist. So we called it Gospel Songs Then and Now. Cool. GSTN. So the old music and the new one. So they meet together. So we do all of that. So I'm excited. And when Pastor Amos called me this morning, he said, actually, I woke up and I saw a text he had sent me. So I'm going on the show with you. I said, no, it's another person. He said, oh, I just heard that the person dropped off. So I said, oh, fine, it's good. So that we could talk about the bridge that we have as both Nigerians and then living in different places and able to work together. And Dr. Christine has been so wonderful. Since I came onto the program, it's like I became the academic advisor and the senior advisor for the Every Girl Wins Institute. So we do a lot of collaboration for writing and all of that. And it's actually has been interesting to work with her.
That is awesome. I'm just really enjoying today's discussion because there are so many things that you all are sharing. When we talk to about our episode sponsors, I just want to give a complete shout out and thank Snow Legal Group. Make sure you all reach out to them. If you're anywhere in the Charlotte and surrounding areas and they have multiple locations, just reach out to them and get that consultation. And then Silver Shield Security, they do state-of-the-art security systems as well. Make sure you always let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show referred you to them. We also have Attorney Charles Everidge with Hunter Everidge Law Firm. And if you're dealing with any disability cases or anything of that nature, don't just because you may have gotten a denial, don't just walk away from it, because you never know, they can possibly help get it turned around. And getinsured.solutions. All of us are dealing with final expense things with family and loved ones. Over 800,000 people have passed away with COVID. So you want to know how to be able to have your loved one insured, have those final expenses covered, and then also be able to have funds for your family if beyond their passing. And Lamb Funeral Home, if you're dealing with any kind of veteran related questions, and they're certified in all 50 states, even though they are in the Concord, North Carolina area, give them a call and let them know. And the owner is a veteran of 28 years. So definitely take a moment to do that. All right. So the information that you all are sharing is just incredible. Can you sing, Dr. Iberi? Iberi, can you sing?
They told me that my husband is the musician, not me.
Okay, all right.
So sometimes I try to sing with him. So, yeah, but
well, I know back
really prepared to
over my lifetime, people like Kim,
Yeah.
The Lord said make a joyful noise, not just any old noise. So I'm like, okay, I'll just keep talking, not singing. Okay, all right, I'll let you off the hook then. But what we'll do is when we come back from this commercial break, I would love to just hear about what else is going on in your life that you would like to share with us today. What are some things people can look forward to, being able to stay connected with you, whatever it is that are some projects that maybe you didn't get a chance to talk about. When we come back from this commercial break, I'd like to hear that. And I also want to go ahead and give everyone that's chiming in a chance. I'm going to flood all of your comments. You name it, whatever comments are on here, I'm going to pop them on the screen and give these two guests a chance to address them right after this commercial break. Are we having a great time today?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
I am. I know I am. Okay, we'll be right back.
I'm attorney Charles Everidge. I started out representing insurance companies until my father was seriously injured at work. 4 of his fingers were amputated. Our family went through a lot, so I know what you're going through as an injured worker. If you've been hurt on the job, call me now. I'll fight to get the workers' comp benefits you may deserve. I'll fight for you like family. Put my experience to work for you. Call 704-457-5000, the first call for injured workers.
All right, everyone, and we are back. Let me go to these studio audience questions. Thank you all so much for being such an active studio audience. I'm going to try and go back to the top and give everybody a chance to get your comment put in. Oh, Dr. Christine Kazachuk said, 2 powerful leaders, 2 very powerful leaders. I see you, Anne Marie Beku Apente. And so we acknowledge you. I don't see a comment from you, but I do acknowledge your presence today in the studio audience. Our sunshine expert here on the Kim Jacobs Show, we have experts, and Athena Robertson, a powerful young woman that is full of sunlight and brings so much joy to the program. She says good morning to you all. She also hashtag Every Girl Wins. Okay. Agbanaya says, Dr. Iberi, thank you for this powerful representation. All right. Ernetta Caldwell is another one of our experts here on the Kim Jacobs Show, and she's a vision expert, and she does a lot about healing after dealing with a broken heart. I think she's writing some type of book, if I'm not mistaken, about marrying, staying and dating God until Mr. Right comes. So she knows what she's talking about because her Mr. Right came. So she, okay. Welcome. She said, hello, everyone. All right. Nanya says, I want to say this right. Abanaya. I love that name. Abanaya says, I
Obonaya.
concur. Huh?
Obonaya.
Obunaya. Okay. Obunyaya. Okay. Thank you. I like saying names right. So please help me. I concur the issue of language barriers might be a challenge. Yeah, clearly, huh? Just with me alone, huh? All right. Let's see. Pronounce this name for me.
Olubusola.
Okay. Alabusila.
Olubusala.
That is a huge task, being a bridge to new people who are just arriving. Well done to you, Dr. Ibere. Wow. Dr. Ibere, you are doing a great job, and we are happy to celebrate and stand with you today. Yes, make a joyful noise and not just any noise. Don't worry, we're not going to sing. We're not going to sing. Okay. Well done. Well done. Well done, Kate says. We are proud of you. These are people that you've shared the broadcast with, and they're tuning in to support you. Reverend Amos, you are so welcome. Good to hear your concern for women in Nigeria, Reverend Amos. They said thank you for having that concern.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
My mom said, good morning. I'm watching this morning. I saw my friend Felinda watching the show yesterday. Let her know that I have a seat ready for her today in the VIP section. Okay, my mom is trying to get me to tag somebody else. She's like, tell Felinda to come on in because I got a seat for her. My mom has your seat held. Has your seat. Okay, I'll make sure I tell her, Mom. All right, there you go.
Yeah,
I told her.
good morning, Mom.
Yeah, my mom, she is a wonderful person.
Yeah,
she said, this is a great show and lots of good information. Samuel says, awesome.
Wonderful.
All right, let's see. It is Samuel. That's your Boaz. He over there.
Yes.
He in the studio audience trying to get some brownie points. We know who you are, Pastor Samuel. You are a trip. He like, baby, you see now, I typed the whole comment. He's going to be like this.
Oh my God.
Oh, get a room, Pastor Samuel. Come on. Okay, let me yell alone. All right. Okay, let's see. Go, Pastor. Go, Pastor. Good job. Glad to listen to you, Reverend Simon. Lots of prayers and hearts and loves and okay to everything you guys are saying. All right, y'all. Let me keep it going here. Yes, Raise Her Up is on the rise, and blessings to touch so many lives. Great for women voices to be heard. Yes, congratulations, Sister Kim and the Kim Jacobs Show on the rise for greater success. Thank you, Athena. Thank you, God, for allowing it, God. Okay. All right, y'all. I see a lot of comments. I probably won't get to all of them today. I tried, but you guys are awesome. Gospel songs now and then from GSTN is enjoyable, inspiring, and so much fun. So make sure you guys check out all of those. All right, guys. We're going to keep some of your comments coming up. Yeah. The Pastor Samuel, we're gonna keep putting your comment up for your boo. All right, everybody. So any comments that you all have, Pastor Simon? Let's start with you.
It's nice hearing from those many of those guys that are actually watching the show. We want to say we appreciate your comments and we thank you for being part of the show. Like you said earlier, before we went for the break, you said whether there is anything that we need to actually intimate our viewers that they should stay connected to us in one way or the other concerning some of the projects and things we are doing for the girls and the women that are under our care. Yeah, from my own part, we all know that we have a program. I have a program I do every year. I do it twice a year in the northern part of Nigeria. If you go to my Facebook page, you will see some of the things I did. The last one I did this last December, and I do it December, and then I normally post it in July. Now, I have it as a vision simply because I came from that community, and you showed us here right now the devastating effect of that community. It is already in this show as you pop it up previously. Now, these areas, especially in Adamawa State, where I do host this program, Adamawa State happens to be one of the states that is under siege from the past years since the inception of Boko Haram Borno State, Adamawa State, and Yobe states are the three most hit states before the saga of these bandits that have now taken the other side of the north, that is the western part of the north. We call it northwest. So
Right.
if you, I am from the northeastern part of Nigeria. Northeast is comprised of Borno State, Adamawa State, Bauchi State, Taraba State, and then we have Yobe. Now, uh, there are several things that we need to say, but just for our viewers' sake, there are devastation that take place after war. Some of the conflicts that we encounter as a result of wars in our areas actually cause a lot of damage in the hearts and the lives of the girls and women and widows. So we do a program each year, and this program is to bring women around, and then we give them, we first of all know their areas of need, those that are requiring education, formal education, and those that are actually, ready for informal education. We organize, and then those that are actually indigent, just looking for, things they could require for survival. Things like food, clothing, and shelter, water, just potable water.
Right.
Who recently dug a potable water borehole in my community, and actually it was a very, very, interesting venture that we have to do that. So these are programs that we do that we would want those that are connected with us to actually, get connected the more, or get committed the more for those other activities that we do for indigent and less privileged women and children. Then we have these widows, might we do as a program also. That is, we gather the widows uh, at the last Sundays of every year, and then we give them what we have so far gathered from well-wishers, friends, and non-governmental organizations, and we give it to them free of charge. And each program is actually a program that you need to see how people are very, very happy, getting little things that sometimes we throw them away in our happy and well-to-do, countries.
Right.
So I like
So
to
don't
just
throw
say
anything away. Let's make
Yeah.
sure that we connect with Reverend Simon and check out all of the different resources that they need to be able to help the children in Nigeria. Actually, I was looking here too, and 9 out of 10 children in Africa can't read.
mm,
These organizations are working to change that. So there are a list of organizations that are working to change some of the things that's happening with children not being able to read. I put that article here for you as well. And I want to pop the contact information up once again for Reverend Simon as we prepare to get ready to close out. Reverend Simon Amos
mm.
Naju is going to actually, Yagu is going to be at NYANGU Amos at
That's Yahoo, yeah.
Yangu,
Yes.
right? Am I
Yes,
saying it right?
you're correct. Yes, you're saying it correctly now.
Okay, I'm only
Yeah.
spelling it because I have podcast listeners. So it's NYANGUAMOS at yahoo.com. Email him. He is the representative in Northern Nigeria, and he is eager to receive your communications, and he can let you know how you can help. Here's a name with a face. Sometimes people don't want to help in different areas, and they don't know who the stuff's going to go to. Guess what? He's saying, I am a resource here for you. So reach out to him and make that connection. I want to have your closing comment as well, Dr. Ibere, and I would like to hear your comment. Dr. Ibere, please.
Okay, thank you so much, Kim, for having us today. And just like Pastor Amos has said, there are so many needs around us. I wouldn't say women are happy here, but I just told you already that I'm a bridge between here in the West and resources that could go to help in Africa, in Nigeria particularly. And you talked about the literacy levels, the very low literacy level in Nigeria. And we know that even amongst the literacy level for women and girls are so low, so low. And we know that without education, whatever level, even if it is primary school education, is difficult for anybody to thrive within any society. So we work with Reading Edge Africa to be able to help mentor. We have representatives in Nigeria, and we mentor these people to give education within the communities. They can go into communities and they can create schools or learning centers for women who want to study, and not just studying for studying's sake. We also help women to get vocational skills. We teach them at those centers. And if anybody wants to chip in, because it's very important, the girl that is 2 years old today, the girl that is 5 years or 6 years old, if you don't do anything now, that girl is going to grow up an illiterate woman. And that girl is going to suffer for being an illiterate woman. They live in a society where the government does nothing, absolutely nothing for anybody. So you have to pay for whatever. So if you want to take it upon yourself to pay for the education of a girl, to assist with people, we just pay tokens to be able to go to those places, go inside those rural areas and gather those children and teach them. Then it's something, you will be doing something to be able to raise a girl up, to raise a woman up. We also try to gather some of these resources. We start businesses for these women. We want them to go and learn vocational skills. Those of them that cannot go to the secondary school, those of them that cannot go to the university, and there are millions and millions of them who do not have such opportunity. I live in Sweden. Education is free in Sweden from kindergarten to PhD level. But where I studied in Nigeria. This education you get is paid for. So if nobody pays for you to get an education, you will not be able to get one. Let's not just talk about International Women's Day. Let's not just talk about raising girls up, raise her up as a slogan. Let's do something. Let's make commitments. Let's chip in the little we can through these organizations that are reputable, that when you chip in to help, you are sure that your money is going to people that have faces, people that you can hold accountable to say, what did you do with the resources? So thank you so much for having us on the program. Thank you, Dr. Christine Kozachuk, for this awareness. On the 13th of March, we will be awarding so many people. A lot of the people who are making comments here are men and women that are already doing so much. So I appreciate them on this platform, that they could come on this platform and they could do things. And they're already doing things within the societies where they are. So thank you so much. And we appreciate your having us on the show.
Thank you. And thank you all so much. Make sure you all go ahead and be in your virtual seats March 13th at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you can witness all of these honorees that will be honored on that day. Also, go to herright.net and sign the petition that Dr. Christine Kozachuk has in place, saying that we want her right to be honored. Okay, so go and just sign that. If you have questions, you can email info@everygirlwins.com. And if you're interested in learning more about these initiatives in Sweden, which is a very happy place, but she's also serving as a bridge and a representative to Northern Nigeria, since that's where she's kind of from. So Dr. Ibere, and you can email her at nweze.ebere@gmail.com. Many people want to know, how can you support the Kim Jacobs Show? Because the only way that this programming happens every single weekday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time is if we have contributions from the community members. So please make sure you do that. You can send a Cash App. You can also, the Cash App is $ Kim Jacobs Inc., paypal.me/Kim Jacobs Inc., or you can go to Venmo at The Kim Jacobs Show, or even become a Patreon member. And that's like $12 a month, where you get a chance to get extra content that everybody else don't get to get. So that's at patreon.com/The Kim Jacobs Show. So thank you all so much for being a part of today's discussion. We're going to go ahead and close out. I'll see you guys backstage in 1 second. I thank you all. Oh, somebody had a question. I don't want to brush over it. I do want to give you just what the question is, and maybe you can later go back and answer it on that platform for them, Reverend Amos. Let's see. Okay. It was a comment that somebody said, and they had a question for you. Africa is the future. It is the chosen land. And Ike had a question. So later, make sure you go back and address this. It's on Facebook is where he has his question. So one of the Facebook pages is where he's coming in. Reverend Simon, I would like to know your thoughts regarding the bill on more rights for women, which was recently thrown out by the Nigerian parliament. Do you want to address that right quick, or do you want me to just?
The Nigerian parliament are going to take that bill back. This is a prophecy. We are not sitting on our oars. We are working 24/7 around the clock to make sure that that bill will be revisited. And I want you to hear it and mark it. It will no longer be a bill that is thrown away. We are all sitting up and we are talking about it. Our women have marched, and our women are organizing themselves to march. They cannot throw away that bill. We are almost 50-50 in Nigeria, women and men by percentage. So if you throw away women's bill, or you can't recognize women, it's like clapping with one hand. Can you clap with one hand? It is not possible. So the bill will be revisited. It will come back, and they will bring it back. That's just the language. They will bring it back. And it's a prophecy. So take it.
All right. That's the answer to your question, according to what my guest is sharing.
Actually, one of my honorees is the organizer for the marches and the demonstrations. And right now we are gathering signatures and signing in protest that the bill will be revisited. We are calling all the senators, all the male senators, all the male House of Representative members in the different communities, and it's going to be taken up again. So
excellent.
I agree with you.
And we did find a few photos of this gentleman backstage. Thank you so much, Dr. Christine Kozachek. So we see you in your rare form out there preaching the word. And Ma, we found Ma. Just wanted to just say hello to Ma out there as well. All right. Have a great day, everybody. We will see you tomorrow right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. We have Level Up Summit co-hosts are going to be right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. And then we have some women that are getting ready to take a big trip to Dubai. They're going to be here talking about how we raise up and how we leave a legacy on this earth. So we'll see you all over the next few days right here on the Kim Jacobs Show at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You all are wonderful. Stay backstage. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of the Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Kim Jacobs Show.